Hello, everybody. How is y'all doing? And so I'm sure people have seen that it's kind of been all over Twitter, particularly when Joe Biden. Obviously, people know Joe Biden's came to Ireland, and he went to speak to the House of the Oireachtas. That's all well and good, obviously, but there is a problem. There's a problem on the back lawn of the Dáil. There's no like literally the Irish flag as you see behind me. They literally doesn't nearly exist. They won't put up an Irish flag. Any government department outside government buildings now they're afraid of. And I said this before. They seem to be afraid to put the Irish flag up, and in Ireland they're afraid to put any other flag up, but they won't put the Irish flag up. And it's a perfect example. Obviously, the United States flag should have been up. I'm not saying the United States flag. Obviously, when the President of the United States is coming, you obviously should have the United States flag along with the Irish flag in the front, and then the United States flag here, and then maybe the Leinster flag or the Dublin flag maybe this side. So three powers, right? But they had the US flag here, the European Union flag in the middle, and that the Ukrainian flag. There was no Irish flag, no such thing. And I know people say it was flying over Leinster House. There's an Irish tricolour flying over Leinster House. That's not the point. It wasn't on the lawn. And the European Union flag in the middle. That's the thing. That should have been put for the Irish flag. And then obviously they could have put a Ukrainian flag if they wished to. But it's the point that, and again, we have to be honest with it. I even remember when I was younger, football pitches and stuff like that, and even national schools nowadays, they're nearly afraid to put the Irish flag up because somebody would be offended by it. And I tell people are offended by the national flag of a country, the Republic of Ireland. Tell her that people, mainly people who come to this country, we give them refuge, we give them house, and we give them things, and they're offended by the flag, even though the country has done everything basically for them. It's given them everything they could. And if we went over to their country and criticised their flags or anything, we'd be sent home very quickly. I'm sure in the majority of them cases. But again, it's just a point, and people are afraid to put up the tricolour now. People are afraid to claim to be Irish, not to be claimed to be Irish. Basically, they're afraid to show their Irishness, because nearly nowadays it's frowned upon in terms of political life and stuff like that. And it's just a perfect example. And obviously the senator put up a picture of it, and this is why I'm talking about it. And the senator basically said the Irish flag was above Leinster House, which is correct. I'm not doubting that, but it's the fact that it wasn't on the lawn along with the rest of the flags. It was the only one that was excluded. It was the only one that the European Union flag, the United States flag was there. I kind of understand why the Ukrainian they put the Ukrainian flag up, but the European Union flag shouldn't have been there. The Irish flag should have been in the middle. That's my point. We see this time and time again. The prioritize every other flag in the world but the Irish flag. And as you know yourself, I don't have to explain it. A few days ago, the Easter Rising, 107 years on, men went out and give their lives for freedom for this country. And it's a little recognition that we put up the flag as much as humanly possible. Again, as much as humanly possible we can. But no, it's not acceptable nowadays, unfortunately. So I talked about this before, so we have to kind of address that. And I'm sure the senators and stuff should be saying, why was either the European Union flag should have been there or the Ukrainian flag, whichever one, I don't mind. But the Irish flag should have been in the middle anyway. But the European Union flag shouldn't have been there. I don't mind the Ukrainian flag so much, but because the Irish flag should always be in the middle of everything. And then obviously I have no arguments about the United States flag being there. Because obviously the President of the United States is coming to Ireland, so it obviously makes sense. It's the same if we went to Washington. They have the Irish flag along with the American flag. And it's the same when they went in for official photographs and stuff like that. Every other flag under the sun, the American flag was there, the European Union flag, the Ukrainian flag, and a few other flags, I don't know what they were for. But no Irish flag in some cases, in some photographs. And again, you have to ask the question, is Fine Gael feeling fall ashamed of the Irish flag? Do they not like the Irish flag? There's a web sets up to them that they don't like. Well, we all know the answer to that, but they just don't like. They want to be. I don't know what they want to be. To be totally honest, I don't think they know themselves half the time what they want to be. But it's just a fact. I know it might be making a midget out of a mouth hole, but I'm not the only one that said this. About 600 people applied to this senator, and people are not very happy about it. Let's put it that way. And the senator in question, I won't mention her by name, but I'm sure she should understand. That's not proper order in my opinion. I know she argued the flag is above Leicester, and I understand that. I gotta emphasise that I'm not saying there was no such thing as a flag at all. There was one outside Leicester House, as there always is nearly. So we give them that. I give them that, but it should have been on the lawn. That's my point in this argument. again, I know people might say it's only a flag, but it's the representing of the nation and of the country, along with the other flags. It's about being equal. You know, the other flags were there. Why is the Irish flag not there? Are we not equal? You know, is Irish people not equal to the European Union or to Ukraine and things like that? And that's the thing we need to ask, because obviously it wouldn't matter if they put up a fourth pole and the Irish flag was there. Then at least we could say all the flags were there. We're happy enough. Right, fair enough. It's just the fact that they left the Irish flag out, which is the most, obviously, along with the United States one, is the most important to have. The United States, Ireland, and then Dublin City, whatever the Dublin Crest for the third flag, whatever. But that's just my opinion. Again, that's democracy. It's my opinion. So let me know what you think, and bye.